Hello and welcome to Cooking Through the Catalog. I'm Devera with the Gwinnett County Public Library. Every month of this series, I'll pick a category of cookbooks in our catalog. We'll learn about the basics of that type of cookbook, talk about a few cookbooks in the catalog and what I found in them, and make some of the recipes in these cookbooks and our digital resources. So, for the month of July, I decided to look through cookbooks and some of our digital resources that have pet treat recipes. I don't know about you, but I have a couple of older dogs whose tummies are sensitive to various ingredients in commercial dog treats. I also have a senior kitty who has to have a special diet, so no commercial treats for him either. I thought this might be fun to find recipes that work for them. Depending on how often you give treats to your fur babies, this could save you money by making your own treats. And of course, you know what's going into your pet's treats if you make them yourself. To begin, let's talk about some ingredients you should avoid at all costs to keep your dog safe. While peanut butter is an ingredient frequently used in dog treats, be sure to check the label and make sure it does not have xylitol as an ingredient. This can make your dog very sick and even be potentially lethal. In addition, don't include grapes, raisins, garlic, onions, and chocolate. Now, about those kitty cats. You might think there are no foods that cats should not eat, but there are. Cats should never have onions, garlic, and chives in any form, powdered, cooked, raw, or dehydrated. Milk or cheese, because believe it or not, most cats are lactose intolerant. And grapes or raisins. There are more foods that dogs and cats should not have, so I've listed links at the end of our video for you. So let's move on and make those treats. Just so you know, I was able to borrow some fun bone-shaped cookie cutters from my wonderful fellow staff member, Sarah. But you do not need these specialty-shaped cookie cutters in order to make these treats. And of course, if your pet has a special diet, make sure to check with your veterinarian to see if these treats are okay for them. Also, you may want to adjust the size of the treats depending on the size of your pet. Our first recipe for dogs is tasty turkey treats from the book Cool Pet Treats by Pam Price. You'll need the following ingredients for the turkey treats: 1 pound of ground turkey, 2 tablespoons of grated Parmesan cheese, 1 tablespoon of fresh parsley finely chopped, 2 eggs beaten, 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, 2 cups of whole wheat flour, and 2 tablespoons of brewer's yeast. But if you can't find this, you can substitute nutritional yeast. Preheat the oven to 350 degrees. In a large mixing bowl, combine the raw turkey, cheese, and parsley and mix well. Stir in the beaten eggs and oil. Add the whole wheat flour and brewer's yeast. Use your hands to work the flour into the meat mixture. Stop when the dough is smooth and completely mixed. Roll small pieces of dough into balls about the size of a tablespoon, or if you have fun-shaped cookie cutters like a bone-shaped, use those. Place them about 1 inch apart on an ungreased baking sheet. Bake the treats for about 20 minutes or until they are nicely browned. Let the treats cool on a baking sheet for about 3 minutes. Then move them to a cooling rack. Let them cool completely. The treats will harden as they cool. Store in an airtight container in the refrigerator for up to 3 days or freeze for up to 3 months. This is my dog Domino, and he loves these treats. Our next recipe is for the cats in your life. These are chicken treats from our digital magazine, Modern Cat, found in our Press Reader resource. To start, you'll need the following ingredients for your cat treats: a half cup of whole wheat flour, a half cup of non-fat powdered milk, a half cup of cooked and chopped chicken, a tablespoon of vegetable oil, 1 egg beaten, a quarter cup of water, and 1 tablespoon of chopped fresh organic catnip. But I didn't have fresh, so I used dried catnip. Gather the ingredients and preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Ensure you have plenty of counter space to work on. Combine the flour, milk, and chicken in a large bowl and mash and mix together. Add the water, oil, beaten egg, and if you're using the catnip. Stir well until a sticky dough forms. Form the dough into small dime-sized balls and place on a greased cookie sheet. You can adjust the size of the treats based on your cat's size and needs. Flatten your balls into discs with your hand or a spoon. Bake the treats for 10 minutes. Remove them from the oven and flip each one so they brown on both sides. Bake for an additional 10 minutes or until they turn a golden brown color. Cool the treats to room temperature and store in an airtight container or bag in the refrigerator for up to 3 days or freeze them for up to 3 months. Our last treat today is for those pups. Since it is summertime and it is hot, instead of buying your dogs a frozen treat from the store or a coffee shop, try out the frozen dog treats found in our digital resource, Galileo. To make the frozen dog treats, you'll need the following ingredients: 1 banana, a half cup of peanut butter, and remember, it needs to be xylitol-free, a 1/3 cup of wheat germ, and a 1/4 cup of chopped unsalted peanuts. Here's a tip for when you're putting peanut butter into a measuring cup. It's important to spray it out so this way it won't stick to the inside of the measuring cup. So when it's time to take the peanut butter out of your measuring cup, it glides right out. Doesn't stick. Super easy. Mash the banana, peanut butter, and wheat germ together in a bowl. Scoop out spoonfuls of dough and shape into balls or press flat and use a specialty shaped cookie cutter. Pour chopped peanuts into a shallow bowl. Roll the treats in the chopped peanuts and place in a freezer bag. If layering, be sure to put wax paper between the layers. Put the bag of treats into the freezer for at least 4 hours. Then take one out for your dog. You could even eat one yourself. I used these cookbooks and GCPL's digital resources for today's recipes. There are hundreds more online in Flipster, Press Reader, and Galileo. And if you're interested in reading some books about your pets, here are some great books in our catalog. Here are the links I promised you earlier in our video. Make sure to check the ingredients of any processed foods you put into the treats. Thanks for joining us today for Cooking Through the Catalog.